Pesan tadi bisa. Apaan sih itu? Taruh kiri dah.
Ini yang sengaja.
Ah? Gas langsung. Dak. Ini kok apa namanya? Ininya nggak bisa sih, Dak. Mic-nya kenapa nggak bisa, Dak?
Bisa.
Nggak connect.
So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. This is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, I for one don't think that just because there's nothing resting on it, Peter, a game can lose its edge, and certainly not when you're facing opponents like this. So I hope the players will approach this with real professionalism.
As you can see, we've already started here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Mohamed Salah. And it's mainly because of his frightening pace. He's a huge threat when he's running at defenders, but he's also proved in recent times that he's a top-class finisher. Opposition defences are going to have to be wary about playing a high line because there's nothing this guy relishes more than space to run into, and once he gets there, he's gone.
Yeah, we'll be looking for a goal or two. McAllister.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
That's a nicely weighted pass. Pressing's intense, and it's played. Real chance! Martinez. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's played forward. That's a nicely shaped ball. He's free. There's the shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
Played into space out wide. Mohamed Salah. Corner. Dalo. He's in plenty of space here. Šeško. McAllister forwards and with intent. He's got away. Kerkez. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Ball's gone out of play. Played into the middle. Nice interception, well timed. Menu. Now it's Maciej Cunha. Šeško. And he's onside.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And it's Vitz. Bruno Fernandes. And it's lofted through here. Oh, super fine. And he's managed to get free. And that has been clubbed away. Bruno Fernandes! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And the can he finish?
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Yes. It's a miss.
Shaw cuts out the pass. Driving forward. That looks a cracking ball. Maciej Cunha! Goal! Manchester United! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Menu. Manchester United leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. And it's come back to the keeper. Konate. Van Dijk, early ball out from the back. Menu. Menu puts his foot on the gas. Menu gently done. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Mamardashvili, long ball by the goalkeeper. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Manchester United can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
Shaw. Bruno Fernandes. That's good play. Nice defending, physical and effective. Defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He is through here. Ugarte. Shaw. And it's Shaw. And he welcomes it in. Oh, what a ball! And Knight shifted upfield. Vince. Oh, well measured. And he's running for it's Salah! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Bruno Fernandes. That is a great pick out. He has found the way through. It's a good run, that. Great timing. Well timed, excellent interception. Shasko! It's a lovely, neat pass. To Ligt, gets over and intercepts. Shaw. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Oh, it's Matheus Cunha. And that was very necessary. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Viet gets his final warning.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said.
Bruno Fernandes! He's on it, can he get away? Kerkesh. And they win it back again. Muscular approach does pay off here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Always onto this. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Shoots! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. That was a given. It always was.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Matheus Cunha. Shaw looking to hit the byline here. Matheus Cunha. Matheus Cunha. Toss goes in there. And that's the keeper's ball.
Manchester United, well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Keeper's got good distance on that. Now it's Chiesa. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Ekitike! And he comes up trumps again.
Ekitike, really can't believe it. Foiled by the keeper again.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And it's Soboslai. Jones. Takes a shot! It's in! Late drama! Late goal! This will be one frantic ending! Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
This is threatening to become a really good game. Kirkes, aim forwards. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. I think we're just about done here. Bruno Fernandes. Shaw, it's a delicate pass. He's found a way through. And he shoots! And that is the last effort of the game. Manchester United pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Well, how will we look back on that?
Manchester United really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity.
Start the Master League and you use player. Champion kali ya. Siapa? Siapa ya? Franco Baresi. Euro ya, Sterling. Ini pemain siapa nih? Agree. I strike with players inside the play. Oh. Football nobody. Chester. Lucu. Oke. Gitu. Suatu Madrid. Competition. Let's go. Bolas. X. Gas ya. Oh.
And so the thrill of the opening game. Giddy hope and expectation. They all line up as equals, looking for the perfect start. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Strong start, essential for both teams here as they look to head towards the knockout stage.
Yeah, and it's obvious, Peter, you don't want to be playing catch-up after the opening group game. So we can expect this to be highly competitive. 3 points here and the feel-good factor of eventual progression kicks in. It's a great foundation to tackle the rest of the group games.
As you can see, we've already started here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I've always admired this striker, Sesko, Peter, because he's got that flair to his game, that swagger. You see a lot of it in his clever link-up play, and when he's making movements inside the box, his anticipation...
Can he find the finish?
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Valverde. Menu does really well to win the ball there. Well, the fans don't seem too happy about that, and you can understand why. They had lots of the ball, but they were going nowhere with it. That's really well manoeuvred.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Shaw, aim forwards. Diogo Dalot. Martinez. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Alaba. Valverde. Ugarte. Eder Militao cuts out the pass. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. And it's played forward. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. And it's Ugarte. Vinicius Junior. And the shot's on here. He's beaten the last man. Can he finish? shooting! He's delivered all right! Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a...
And the shot!
Allah.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Got it.
De Ligt gets across to intercept that. Ugarte. And it's Shaw. Shaw laid into space. Ugarte. Diogo Dalot. Ugarte. Tries a deft little ball. Defending of the desperate variety. Lobbed in behind. Gets it away. And claimed it back swiftly. Menu. Just Cunha!
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Valverde. Rudiger. Alaba looking to add to his goal. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. And we're not going to make any further progress now. That is a great pick out. Steaming on goalwards. Chance for a shot! Alexander-Arnold. Moved on forwards. Oh, easy pickings there. Lisandro Martin. And the first half is done. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Manchester United can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Oh, delicate chip through. Rudiger gets it away. Alaba clears it away. Shot, surely! Good effort first time.
Well, that was inventive and speculative, but the thought process was a little slicker than the attempt.
Cisco.
Courtois claims comfortably. Ceballos. Rodrigo. Mbappe. Rodrigo. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Driving forward. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Valverde. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Mbappe. Dani Ceballos. Well, now he applies the finish! Alexander-Arnold with the short one. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, he's tripped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. And the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. He's gone for the shots. Diogo Dalo looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Good running with the ball.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest
Wait.
value in this game.
He's certainly caught in there. It's a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. Bruno Fernandes taking charge of the dead ball.
Yeah, this could well be defining when you're looking back on events.
Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best. Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Vinicius Junior. Played out to the right. Ceballos. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Menu driving on and making good progress.
Sesko.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Here's Mbappe, and his big chance!
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Nice interception, well timed. Eder Militao. Valverde. Ball's gone out of play. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Manchester United are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Matheus Cunha. That's the foul. Yep, referee's given it. Just beyond his reach.
Manchester United really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Menu.
There's only one word for this. It's baffling. That team needs to figure out where the ball needs to be, and it's not there.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Eder Militao. Carvajal. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. And there is no hiding the huge sense of disappointment here. The all-important win has eluded them. And after all of that, Jim,
Anjoy keempat coy. Seri dia. Aduh. Sebenarnya mana dia? Sesko Casemiro. Yes. Nah, semuanya.
Manchester United are returning to action here, somewhat bruised by the disappointment of day one. Plenty of time, of course, to put right their uncertain start, but they could really do with something positive here. The pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Casemiro. And it's Shaw. That's a clever-looking ball. Tries to get it clear.
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Manchester United make the perfect start. They are already ahead. Reclaimed it in a trice. Domingos Quina. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, if you dwell on it for that long, that's what happens.
He's shifting through the gears here. Luis, gently done. He's found a way through. That's really well manoeuvred. Menu. Luis shifted upfield. Aim forwards. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Orsic. Oh, he's found support out wide. Now it's Orsic. Succumbs to the pressure. Moved on forwards. Manchester United leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. And it's been played through. Can he stop it going out? Can he deliver? Punched away. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Takes a shot!
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Some good work on the right flank here. Bruno Fernandes did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Matheus Cunha. And it's Menu. And that is a little undercooked. Luis gets good distance on it. Diogo Dalot. Oh, that's well done, really robust. No question, that's a foul. And it's played forward. He's through here. Matheus Cunha. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Domingos Quina. And he welcomes it in.
Jangan ragu pelan.
That's a cute ball. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. He's onto it in a flash. And it's half-time here. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Manchester United are in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference.
Aduh main.
He's in plenty of space here. It's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick.
Jangan selesai. Oh, sip.
David Luiz. Domingos Quina. David Luiz. Luiz chooses to go cross-field. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Shaw. Matheus Cunha. Matheus Cunha! Their attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Matheus Cunha usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
Shaw. Bruno Fernandes has created one goal already.
Hey,
And it's lofted through here. Calmly anticipates. De Ligt. Bruno Fernandes being hunted in packs.
Look, if they want to shut down the threat, he's a very good place to start.
Out to the left it goes. It's gone for a throw-in. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Great defending, strong and determined. Manchester United have reclaimed it. Domingos Quina. The referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. De Ligt. So Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist, Peter, in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Sunjic. Domingos Quina. That's really well manoeuvred.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Casemiro, some resolute defending there. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Strong running down that left flank. He is through here. Matheus Cunha.
Alah.
He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Turns and goes back.
Manchester United surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Nvdia sends that a long way. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Great chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body
shapes to shoot! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Well, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low too. Manchester United nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Luis looks to the other side. Shaw. He's got space here. Danger averted for now. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. He's got away. And the referee brings it to a close. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. You look back on the game then, Jim.
Kita lihat competition group stage grup B doang agak dia wajib yes.
speed. So rotate zoom. So
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. Nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
ah.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, I wonder a little bit what role this guy, Matheus Cunha, has been asked to play here, Peter, because despite all his creativity and ball skills, he doesn't really have blistering pace to be an out-and-out winger, the strength to be a number 9. I just love it when he gets that free rein to roam wherever he wants. We'll have to wait and see on this.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. But if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. He's shifting through the gears here.
Set.
They've held on to the ball for so long there, but they are going nowhere fast. A disappointing anticlimax at the end of that would-be attack. Bruno Fernandes shifted upfield, and the shot! Goal! Manchester United! There is the breakthrough! And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Manchester United make the perfect start. They are already ahead.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Manchester United making the ideal start. It is something to build on.
Well, this is all down to a big team commitment to exercise a measure of control, and it's working.
Daniel Potence. Danny Garcia knocks it out wide. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Some good work on the right flank here.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Danny Garcia. Daniel Potence. Oh, this is a great Yaranchuk!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Šeško. Diogo Dallo. No way through, so back. He's had a shot! Goal kick as confirmed by the referee. Danny Garcia. Olympiacos to retain the ball, but are seemingly in no rush to break forward. Bruno Fernandes, who's set up one goal so far. And it's Shaw. Matthews Cunha.
Hey.
Danny Garcia. Oh, super find. Now this could be a chance. Takes a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Physical challenge. Moved on forwards. Well, they could break here. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Time, excellent interception. Daniel Potence. And he's managed to get free. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. He is just caressing the ball. Danny Garcia. The referee's awarded a free kick. Oh, smashing header! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yaranchuk clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Chiquinho. That's the throw. Well measured. Matthews Cunha. He's found the way. Matthews Cunha! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Mateus Cunha actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And this could be the final action of the first half.
Šeško.
Mighty effort. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's played into the middle. Tries to get it clear. And there's the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Manchester United head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. And a shot! And for a moment, time stood still. Dani Garcia. Chiquinho. Yaremchuk. That has found him in acres of space. Menu. That's a little off target. Chiquinho. Well read. And the danger is averted. Nvdia claims it. And the danger passes. Menu. Bruno Fernandes being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, they've been over-generous up to this point, I would say.
And the shot! It's a goal!
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Really will fancy their chances now. They need to make the most of the momentum, but they have to be careful not to overstretch themselves and pay a price.
Dani Garcia. Red Sauce looks to the other side. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes. He's going to be disappointed with that. Shaw. Martinez. Oh, solid tackle that. Lisandro Martinez has been caught there, it's a foul. That's really well manoeuvred. Foot in. Diogo Dalot. Tries from distance. Gave it a go, but off target.
Certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more up.
And it's played forward. It's a promising run he's making on the right. He has found the way through. Now it's Gelson Martins. Bullish header! Goal! Olympiacos! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
That'll be a throw. Lisandro Martinez trying to keep this in. Chiquinho.
Olympiacos surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And it's Dalot. Incoming delivery. Cleared without complication.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And the finish! Decent enough try.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Chiquinho. Aim forwards. Dani Garcia. Daniel Potence. Yaremchuk does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Gelson Martins played with finesse. And that is that. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost... Hello and welcome one and all. Great to have you on board for our continued coverage of these group stages, and it is safe to say that we're now entering the race for the finish line. It becomes about guaranteeing a place in the knockout stage, and indeed for some at the top end of the group, finding out who will finish in pole position and who their potential opponents may be. You do sense inevitably a much greater sense of urgency from those both on the pitch and in the stands, because the margins are becoming tight. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And already we're underway here. Cross into the box. Bruno Fernandes. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. In into the middle. Cuts out the pass. Throw it. Bruno Fernandes. Matheus Cunha. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. It's Daniel Potence. Nicely shaped cross.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a...
Can he find the finish? keep it in play here.
Hey.
And that's a good ball. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Bruno Fernandes, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Look, the only way of becoming more aware, Peter, is by lifting your head and realising who's where around you.
Taremi looks to the other side, back into the middle. He is just caressing the ball. Chooses to go back. Chiquinho knocks it out wide.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
And here's the chance to counter. Moved on forwards.
Ah.
It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Aim forwards. Taremi. Tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Cross goes in there. He's cut it out. That's really well manoeuvred.
Ah.
He has found a way through.
Yes.
Shaw. Can he latch on to this?
Aduh, nggak bisa.
No, he's overshot the green. Casemiro. Šeško. And a shot! He's got away with one there.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Takes a shot! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Manchester United have fired themselves in front.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
And we've reached half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum. And they're not going to get that if they're being too...
Just Cunha! Just off target.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Chiquinho. And it's played forward. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And it's played forward. Taremi, big chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Look, we've all been there. Nothing will make him feel much better at the moment.
And it's Masraoui. Ugarte. Decent chance!
Nice!
Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Olympiacos to retain the ball, but are seemingly in no rush to break forward. He's got away. Casemiro aim forwards. Dani Garcia have it back and can go again. And here's Taremi. That has found him in acres of space. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
Nice.
Olympiacos really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Taremi.
Manchester United couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Mazraoui. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Dani Garcia. And here's great chance! Oh, they could be caught out here. Referee's given a throw. Olympiacos have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Aimed in towards the centre. Taremi is flagged offside. And there's going to be another change here. Succumbs to the pressure. Matheus Cunha. Matheus Cunha. And he's there to get it away.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Taremi! Could be danger here. And they've been given a corner. It's a mighty effort! And one more try! It's a goal! And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Olympiacos really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the...
Matheus Cunha! No, he couldn't find the finish.
Matheus Cunha has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Moved on forwards. Gelson Martins. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. Olympiacos clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
It's run loose here. Takes aim and crosses.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Matheus Cunha! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them.
Up he goes! Oh, that's incredible! Late in the day, this could well be it! Straight corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Manchester United take what looks to be a decisive lead.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Manchester United have reclaimed it. Bruno Fernandes. Very much into the last knockings.
Yes!
And there goes the final whistle. Manchester United have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. So a dramatic game.
Waduh. Lama gua. Sakit ini ya. Ingat. Ini tuh bagus sekali. Kicau.
And so the enduringly thrilling ambience of the group game upon which everything hinges. Their existence in this competition is down to this game.
Ini coba ya. Aduh.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So they need a win. They need a win to get them over the line.
Well, Peter, there's good pressure and bad, but this leans very much to the former, and a big chance to take everything on a level. These players have to embrace and tackle the task ahead with the courage and confidence they've grown for a time like this. I expect them to swim and not sink, and they won't need a rubber ring here either.
As you can see, we've already started here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, we all know that Harry Maguire has come under a lot of scrutiny over the years, Peter. But I think he's
And another try! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Alaba with the short one. Ball is over the line. Rodrigo skims one in. Matches Cunha.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Halo.
He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough of the task to do.
Carvajal. Vinicius Junior.
Vinicius Junior.
Head out towards the right wing. Delivered in. Nice interception, well timed. Bruno Fernandes, aim forwards. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Bruno Fernandes. Eder Militao cuts it out. Chance here to counter. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe knocks it out wide. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Alaba plays it short. And it's Garcia. And here's Valverde. Valverde plays it in low. Mathias Cunha. That's played to a promising move. Alaba gently done. And here's uncanny finish! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Shaw. Mathias Cunha. And he welcomes it in. Now it's Bruno Fernandes.
Hello.
Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Manchester United presented with a golden opportunity here. So the would-be breakthrough moment. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Manchester United, they have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, look, you've got to start your qualification process at some stage, Peter, and that goal is takeoff for them.
And here's Bruno Fernandes. Martinez. Manchester United need a win here to make it through. Ugarte. Manchester United leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Has been cut short. He's got away. Well timed, excellent interception.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
The ball goes in. Can he finish? Over to the left. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, I don't mind admitting I wasn't expecting that. Still, I'm not complaining about a very good match with a surprising scoreline. Just don't ask me for a prediction, please.
Manchester United leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Manchester United... Mbappe! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Šeško! That's a good foot in there. Alaba concedes a free kick for that.
Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink.
No, that's been easily repelled. And it's Shaw. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Lobbed in behind. Nvdia breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Bruno Fernandes. Proves too strong. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Vinicius Junior. And it's Bellingham. And here's Vinicius Junior. Takes a shot! Camavinga. Vinicius Junior. Great challenge, time to perfection.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Courtois sends that a long way. Carvajal played into space. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Shaw. He's taken out. That'll be a foul. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
I don't think you need to be an expert.
Goes for a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Carvajal. Rodrigo. It's run loose here. Tearing after the ball here. Shaw played with finesse. That has been knocked clear. And here's the chance to counter. That looks a cracking ball. Now it's Mbappe. He is through here.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Well, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. So he's plotting something before playing it in. So what can they come up with here?
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one, and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. And here's Mbappe. And it's Carvajal. Oh, good ball! Right, so Mbappe! He'll try to keep this alive. Great defending, strong and determined.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Oh, it's come loose.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many...
He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Manchester United can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Rodrigo. Now it's Rodrigo. That's a simple one for the keeper. And here's Rodrigo. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Manchester United have done it. They have wrapped up the...
Oh iya benar. Sekali lagi cok. Aman sih. Lalu diperbincangkan. Yes.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That's really well manoeuvred. Well, nicely intercepted. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the
Alah,
pass, Peter, did he?
Ugarte. That's a little off target. Real chance! Attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Looking to break at pace. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Oh, shooting chance! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Luis spread out to the left. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Ugarte. Matias Cunha. Well timed, excellent interception. Caught offside that time. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Ugarte. So it is still 0-0. And the pass is intercepted. David Luiz. Aim forwards. Orsic. Sema. Orsic. Orsic, gently done.
Go.
That's a throw. Corner given. Luis with the short one. Bruno Fernandes was steaming forward. Bruno Fernandes forwards and with intent. Šeško! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Šeško really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Moved on forwards. And it's played forward. Or played right into his path. He's free, he has got space. He's got away. Nice interception, well timed. Bruno Fernandes. Moved on forwards. Sunjic. David Luiz. Sunjic. Luiz forwards and with intent. Martinez. Diogo Dalot picks it up now. Ugarte. Cross goes in there. Climbs up big. Harmlessly behind. It's a good run down the right. That pass has been well intercepted. Casemiro. And it's Bruno Fernandes.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Casemiro. Diogo Dalot. Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes. And the first 45 minutes are up. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Reflections on the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Manchester United have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep...
Takes a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Luis goes short, succumbs to the pressure. Domingos Quina. And the finish! Sunjic. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Out to the right. Flashes it across. Bruno Fernandes. Knocks it out wide. Diogo Dalot. Here's a corner, good chance. Here's the header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Domingos Quina. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. That's really well manoeuvred. Does really well to win the ball there. Matheus Cunha.
พ่อจักโบราณกีฬา
David Luiz. Sunjic. Lofted upfield.
อันนี้
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
That has been cut short. Well, they can break here. He's shifting through the gears here. Aim forwards. There's the shot! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Bruno Fernandes takes control of it and he's on the move. Keeper's got good distance on that. Šeško, and the count. Šeško! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Orsic. Oh, delicate chip through. Lisandro Martinez, gently done. Sema. Out to the left it goes. Serves up across. Brilliantly cut out.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
That is lovely. Lovely bit of skill. That is good strength. Oh, good great shot! Really well taken goal. That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Manchester United are running out of time to save themselves. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Over to the left. Has found him in acres of space. Matthews Cunha. Matthews Cunha!
Oh, that is rather wayward.
It's gone out for a throw-in. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Wins the duel this time. Domingos Quina. And that's it. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the
Baganya males.
Yang males apa? Yang mabuk. Lah, cheating nggak males. PSG baru males. Cheating nggak? Masa cheating nggak males? Kita